Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
There's a new and different way to fund your business or side hustle without the hassles of a loan. HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor that gives you access to your home equity in cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value with no monthly payments or interest. How you use the money is totally up to you. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility, terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com. HomeTap.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. You know, it's funny. I got two stories in a row, Steve, that really relate to you.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to get to both of them, but actually the second story is about doppelgangers. I'm not going to get to that because the first story is about your doppelganger, Vin Diesel.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of him stealing my look.
He really, yeah, it's really sad. And it is true. A woman actually came up to you at an airport and wanted to know did she want to know if you were his brother or you were him? I can't remember.
I don't remember the airport one.
Oh, you don't remember?
No.
Like at the baggage claim? I thought somebody thought you were a Vin Diesel at the baggage claim.
Somebody had a baggage. I don't know. I can't remember if that one happened. I remember there was one that someone thought that I was Jason Statham.
Oh, maybe I confuse that all the time.
But then there's been multiple times. But the Vin Diesel one, it always comes up because he just looks like he's a New Yorker with a bald head.
Yeah.
He's got silly-looking features. And I definitely lean more towards the silly than him. But there's been times like at a Jay-Z concert where there was a group of guys that were wasted and they were convinced I was Vin Diesel. And I was just like, well, what do I do with this? Do I go along with the ride? Do I disappoint these gentlemen?
Oh, you go along with the ride.
You get free drinks all night long.
Didn't get free drinks, but we took a lot of pictures.
All you have to say to him is, I am Groot, and you're fine.
Right.
That's all you got to say. Yeah, he's not a man of many words, even in a lot of the roles he plays. He grunts a lot of things, so you should be good.
But it is funny when people will come up and say, do you know who you look like? And the more recent one for wrestling fans is this guy, Brandon Cutler, who's in AEW. He's a big Dungeons and Dragons guy. He's got like a 12-sided dice on his wrestling.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really?
Yeah, but that's one, again, it's just a bald, goofy-looking guy. But all these guys are in great shape, so it's like this weird thing. I'm like their before picture.
Yeah.
Or after a Bender picture.
Those are two good shots right there.
Yeah, so like those are the two doppelgangers I get a lot now, right now.
There's a great video
Here's
spread.
Brandon Cutler.
Oh, there he is. Wow, he's got a goatee and everything. Why are they thinking that's you?
I don't know, because he's bald.
Yeah, that's like the only reason.
That is the only reason. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, I love his eye. I love his look, though. He looks like a wizard.
Yeah, he's big into...
Oh,
Yeah, he's a big D&D enthusiast, says
Good
so
for
on his
him.
Twitter.
That's a great look. He really doesn't look anything like you, except that he's bald.
Right.
Yeah, that's nuts. Okay, Vin Diesel, though, I can see it a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? Before you or Vin, I can't ever, I don't know who's who. I've never seen you both in the same place. There's a great video of you guys when you were young, or Vin was anyway, and this is before he became a huge Hollywood star. This is from back in 1994. Nobody knew who Vin Diesel was, and here he is doing a Street Sharks toy presentation at a toy fair.
He's the leader of the Street Sharks. He's a great warrior. He's got the real shark skin, and his special power is the right-hand roundhouse punch. Boom! Death. I got something here with such fantastic detail, it's gonna blow you away. Hand shark! I'm good shush! Rocky Balboa action.
You know what I love?
Hell?
That was fantastic. I love when he said fantastic detail.
Yeah, right?
Fantastic.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. That was awesome.
Do you think he sees this now? He's like, can you guys please delete this? He's in a skin-tight leather vest.
Oh, dude. And he's
No
got
shirt underneath it.
And he's got some hair.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what, dude?
So weird.
I love seeing stuff like this because he was really enthusiastic selling the stuff. I think that's pretty awesome.
But it doesn't seem like he had to be trained to sell this stuff. I feel like this is just what he did in his free time.
Well, there's a perfect match.
When you hear those action sounds.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not knocking a guy. I did that too.
Oh, that's a great life.
I was 12 when I did it.
If you told me at 12 years old someone would pay me to do that, what I used to do in my room, I would be 100% behind that.
And he's all shredded too.
Oh,
so
that's
it's
even
such
better.
a weird thing to watch.
So
Well,
awesome.
he is a huge nerd. He does love the Dungeons and Dragons, but one of my favorite things is that he's also wearing a shark tooth necklace to add to the look.
Of course. He's like, I'm ready for this. Tell me what's up.
Oh, what the hell?
Steve, I can't believe that you're into like Dungeons and Dragons like this. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
And I love wearing shark tooth necklaces.
Yeah, you
and
do.
skin-tight leather vests.
I know what to get you for Christmas. Wow.
Please don't. I already got too many of them, Rev. I mean,
Do it.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Well, this makes sense, Steve. They're saying, scientists say that we have every person has roughly 6 doppelgangers out there in the entire world. Mm-hmm. So your Vins, your Daughtries, your what's the new dude, the wizard guy,
Brandon Cutler.
Yeah, your Brandons.
There's that guy that's on like some like home and garden channel thing. I always get tagged on some kind of. That guy actually. It's kind of trippy. He does look a little bit like me. Wow. I don't know if it's like a fashion type show on Bravo or a home and garden type show. I have no idea.
It's amazing how many people look like you. I only know of 2 people that look like me, and they're both serial killers.
Gary Ridgway.
And then this guy in Norway.
Oh. What about Samuel L. Jackson? A lot of people say that you look like him.
Yeah, it's true. It's probably because I talk like him, when I'm off air.
True.
That's probably what it is, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm trying to think if you have any other doppelgangers. I don't think you do. That we know of.
Yeah. People, here's the thing that people said. I don't have any hair now, but I had one woman that thought for sure I looked like Patrick Swayze, and I thought she was high.
Well, she was.
Yeah. She was high
sorry,
or
sorry.
blind.
Inside voice.
If you could find a younger picture of me and a picture of him, from the Ghost days, you could see that I would be like the less attractive brother of Patrick Swayze.
I literally just watched Roadhouse this weekend, and sir, you are no Patrick Swayze.
Well, you're looking at me at 60. This was said to me when I was 30 years ago. When I had hair and I was younger and.
You did look like Crispin Glover when you were younger.
That I always got.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, which Crispin Glover, of course, is McFly. He's Marty's dad.
Yep, George.
Yeah, he's Marty's dad, George. And I got that. I did get that a lot. But again, some people thought I was the less attractive brother of Crispin Glover. Well, yeah. I always was the less attractive of whomever they thought I was looking like.
So who's a doppelganger for Danny? Has anyone said you look like somebody?
Well, and I think it's more because of the way I dress, but I feel like I've gotten Billy Joe and Joel from Good Charlotte and stuff like that. But
The dude from MXPX,
the dude
Mike Carrera.
Yeah, I've gotten that one a lot, especially when I first started working here, because I had taken pictures in the studio or something. They're like, oh, it's awesome, you got to interview Mike. And I was like, dude, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Dude, we should just start taking pictures, hanging with Mike Carrera again, and tag him in these pictures until he finally will be like, dude, that's not me. Who are you guys thinking this is?
Well, or either that, hang with Mike and Daughtry. Like, have you two take them together. Just tag them both.
new collab coming this December.
Dropping our mixtape 2021.
That's what's happening. Yeah.
We're going to make 2021 great.
Do it.
No. Vicky, do you get a doppelganger for anything?
No, but I don't know who I would look like. I get like personality or just like vibes. Like somebody once told me I remind them of Amanda Bynes, like old Amanda Bynes, not new Amanda Bynes.
Oh, wow.
And I think it's just because we're both weird.
Yeah, because I don't really think you look alike.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
I think it was just like a weird mannerism thing. We did something weird at the same way, but I don't really think I look like anybody.
I don't know if that's a real cool thing to say to somebody. You remind me of this person because they're weird.
Like it was before she went cuckoo weird. This was like goofy weird back in the Amanda show days.
So adorable weird.
Fun weird.
All right.
Not weird.
Yeah, okay. Adorkable perhaps
Yes.
would be, because Amanda Bynes, you don't want to be compared to her when she's unfortunately dealing what she's dealing with.
Yep.
Damn. Well, if you want to find out where your doppelgangers are, there is a website that'll help you. Yeah, it's called twinstrangers.net, and you can upload your picture, and it will try to find your doppelgangers.
I don't want to give him my picture.
Oh, what? You give you a picture of all those
out there.
face-changing apps?
Yeah.
The government's already got your picture now, Steve.
I
And,
know.
they've seen all your movies.
Well, you know what? Those are not to be talked about on the radio. And Rev, what do you get compared to anyone that's bald with a beard?
Well, everyone in Tacoma, yes.
Oh, you know who you look like.
No, shut up.
I'm going to say it.
No, don't.
I'm going to do it.
Don't.
The kid from Bad Santa?
No, this one is a happy
That's
moment
what I was
for me.
expecting.
That's what I thought, too. I know we've gone down that road before. When you shake your face.
No. This is a happy moment. You look like the Burr Live snowman in Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
I could see it, actually, now that you say that.
You know,
I don't necessarily hate that. I mean, it's better than
He has the
Thurman
monocle,
Merman.
he has the vest, he has the,
You need to dress up as that for Halloween sometime, Rev. It shouldn't be that difficult. You got to go white face a little bit. But
If you do that, I'll do the skin tight leather vest with the shark necklace.
Oh, then I'm all in.
Okay. Halloween is planned.
Rev, let me tell you, I think that would be an epic costume, dressing up as the snowman from Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
I don't think anyone would get it.
I think there's enough people that are, you've got enough people Steve's age and my age. And I think Danny's shaking his head. I mean, those are the two iconic ones, really are Rudolph and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And then you got the heat miser, cold miser one.
We should powder up his face.
Yeah.
So it looks like a snowman.
That's what I'm thinking. And you could buy a snowman costume because he had like a little bow tie. It was like
I wonder if they have inflatable snowman costumes. That'd be worth it. I'd do that.
Well, all right. There we go. We've got a
Figured
thing.
out a way to get me in. All right, fine.
Nice. All right, again, the site is twinstrangers.net if you really want to upload your picture and find your doppelganger somewhere. Wouldn't it be cool, though, if you just had like a gathering of yous?
The gathering of the doppelgangers?
Yeah, you all decided you were going to get together, when we can again, and all go have a party.
That's what I've decided to do on Twitter. I just follow everybody with my real name, and so now I'm up to about 200.
Well, your name is a relatively common one.
Yeah, it's super common, I found out.
Isn't that interesting that's what Rev's doing?
See, whenever someone requests me with the same last name, I'm like, no. Like, cool. Like, why am I don't want to be friends with you.
I've gotten some follow backs. It's kind of cool.
Dude, you have Italian heritage, so there are probably some people from the old country.
I do a search and I got no mutual friends.
Wow.
No. I don't need that in my life, BJ.
Wow, you don't care about your history?
No.
What if it's like, somebody that was related to somebody cool?
If
and
it's
you're
Vin
related
Diesel,
to somebody
then
cool.
fine.
Okay, it's Vin Diesel. All right. Well, all you Diesels, give him a call. All right, here's a question.
You following everyone that's a BJ?
Yes, I am. Usually I get thumbnails. I get if you think Rev gets a lot of matches, woo, do I get a lot of matches?
You're a BJ. I'm a BJ.
Yeah,
let's
sure.
BJ together.
Woo, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Here's a question for you. Why would someone stab someone over donuts? My question is why wouldn't they? Because, I love donuts. Steve will tell you why. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Your home equity. It could be an untapped opportunity instead of an untouchable asset. Introducing HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor, not a lender. They give you cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value. Use it to pay off debt, make renovations, fund a business, or just live a better life. There's no interest or monthly payments to worry about. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility, terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. And a very special day today. You might want to get your Christmas cards out because today is National Christmas Card Day.
Oh, hey.
And shout out to Cricket, our friend Cricket. She sent us a Christmas card.
She does. You know what? She does every year. It's you know what? You look forward to that, like that nice little thing. And you know what, man? They always do it right. Those two.
So usually for me, it's like December 20th, where I'm like, babe, crap, we never did our Christmas card. Should we hurry up and do one? And she's like, no, you're not going to get them to anyone.
Yeah, it's too late at that point.
Like, all right, fine. It's also National Pastry Day, so I'm curious with all the people in the room. If you're going to celebrate National Pastry Day, what are you going to enjoy?
A pastry? Oh gosh, I don't know what qualifies.
Well, I'm leaning towards like a cheese Danish from Starbucks.
Oh, those are so good.
That or their blueberry muffin, both delicious.
Does a vanilla scone count as a pastry? I think it does, right?
I would imagine.
I believe it is. Yeah.
What is the true definition of a pastry?
Yeah, I'm going with it.
All right, Rev.
Doing the bear claw, man. Those are so good.
I guess anything that's not a cookie or a donut, right?
Pastry is a dough of flour, water, and shortening that may be savory or sweetened. So you can get a savory one as well.
So some like bready stuff.
Yeah, bread stuff.
Yeah.
Pies apparently count as pastries too.
What about a pierogi? I mean, does a pierogi count as a pastry then?
Isn't that when you put in some beef inside of that?
Oh yeah. Well, it's savory.
That's true.
Yeah.
You gonna have a pierogi then?
Oh, don't get me. Yeah, I would love a pierogi.
I want one now too.
All right, Danny, what about you?
Pumpkin cream cheese muffin.
Oh, those are really good.
Those are my
favorite. Get that muffins or pastries. Oh, I want to go back.
Yeah, the blueberry muffin too.
Oh yeah.
Can't go wrong with
It's a classic. It's a good
Vicky.
classic.
I love the little cream puffs that you get like at pho places before you get your pho.
Oh yes.
Those are the best.
That little cream explosion in your mouth.
I don't think I've ever been to a pho place that had those. Am I getting shortchanged?
I know all the Fatan Brothers does.
Oh,
Definitely
man.
recommend those.
What the hell is the Fatan Brothers?
It's a chain of pho restaurants.
Oh.
They're really, really good.
It's like all right. They're like the Pho dynasty.
At least for me, it is. Yes.
So how about an apple fritter?
Apple fritters are good too.
too.
Oh, and then there's a thing called the pineapple. I forget what it's called. It's something in Hawaii they serve at one of these chain places. I can't think of it. It's like a pineapple upside down, but it's I don't know. Oh, it's an apple. It's called a napple. A KNAPPLE.
A napple?
I think that's what it's called.
I don't even know that.
Yeah, you didn't get to have them, and I can't think of the name. Zippies. They're at a place called
We went to
Zippies. You didn't get the Napple?
I don't remember. It was many years ago, man. A lot's gone down, and just this year alone.
Yeah.
I almost was remember from 4 years
It's from
ago.
Napoleon. It's Napoleon's Bakery, which is inside of a Zippies. And anybody's been to Maui, they know what I'm talking about. And I think it's called a Napple. They're so good. Oh.
Well, I'm surprised no one brought up donuts. Would donuts be considered a pastry?
See, I think they're donuts.
Well, I think they are.
I feel like they become their own thing.
It's a good question. Well, anyway, so there's a teenager. He went to a Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, the employee's a teenager, and he had to go to the hospital because somebody stabbed him in the arm.
Okay.
And this happened in Georgia. Apparently, the customer was upset because Dunkin' Donuts was out of a certain type of donut, and he took it out on the worker.
I know what that guy feels like, though. They never have my powdered vanilla cream when I go into the Dunkins.
Police trying to find out who did this, and they make sure it never happens again. You know how you make it not happen again is make sure you have all the donuts. It's clear that he was in the right.
He was in the right. I'm ready to stab somebody on this show just for previous times they didn't have my...
It just shows how stupid I am. Like, you know, sometimes we'll have stories. I'm like, I should probably do some research. I'm like, screw it. This story, I spent a good 10 minutes reading multiple news sources trying to find out what the donut was that he wanted. Because I was like, that's an important part of the story.
It really is, because what would they be out of, and is it reasonable? Like, if nobody really likes that kind of donut, you're like, come on, dude.
Right, like, of all donuts, like, what is making you so upset that you need to stab somebody
And they didn't tell you?
No, it just says that he wanted a donut that they didn't have.
That is bad reporting.
Thank you. Let's talk about his cops in Michigan. They got a call on Monday about a guy walking around a grocery store without any pants. And without any underwear. He was completely bottomless.
Oh, geez. Dear Sarah, welcome to my future.
Well, someone got the guy's license plate number. Officer pulled him over. When the cop went to the car, the bottomless guy started running. I'm assuming he had shoes on at that point, but I don't know.
That's a good look, though. I mean, if you're bottomless with a top and shoes, that's a good look. And did it say how old the guy was?
No, it did not say.
See, that's the thing. If you're older, I think you have an excuse that maybe you need some assistance.
Like I forgot my pants?
Well, you get to an age where you do start forgetting things.
Oh, man, I'm hoping I don't get to that point anytime soon.
Oh, I don't know if I'll be around if you do, but, man, I want that on video.
So what happens, like, one day you show up to work and you don't have any pants on? Do we say anything, or do we just, like, take videos and act like it didn't happen?
Take videos, but you're going to put those videos on the internet and make fun of me?
Chatting with you about random things in the studio.
Oh, that'll be not good.
The graphic that says BJ doesn't know he's not wearing any pants.
Yeah.
Dude, we just talked about this the other day about the lottery. Like, what would happen if, like, a bunch of people won the lottery at the same time? How much would that suck? Well, apparently in Massachusetts, 50 people won a lottery game, which was a record for them.
Whoa!
So it wasn't like a ton of money, but like they all walked out with $48,000.
Whoa!
Man. That's a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but like it's not like a Mega Millions jackpot that they had to split. But still 50 people had to split that, so it ended up $48,000 each.
Oh, man. Somebody do the math on that, because if you're one of those 50 and if you add up 50 times 48, I think that's a lot of money that you go, that could have been mine.
But the thing is, they say that the jackpot for this game is usually $100,000, the game that they played, but when the total prizes exceed a certain percentage of sales, then they use a formula to decide the prize amount. So I'm not sure if it's like...
Oh, okay.
If it's a certain amount that they won and then they split it up 50 ways, or that they just figured out based on this criteria.
You know what? It sounds like someone's trying to rob somebody, and I'm gonna. I would be doing an investigation if I was one of those 50.
Hey, yesterday was Tuesday Night Football. What? It was the big return of Lamar Jackson. He's back from all the COVID crap, and he led the Ravens to beat the Cowboys 34-17. And I bring up COVID. Well, they were without one player. It was supposed to be the big matchup between Dez Bryant and his former team, the Cowboys, because Dez is now playing with the Ravens.
Oh, right.
Well, right before the game, 19 minutes before kickoff, they pulled him from the game because he tested positive for COVID.
What is with that team?
Right?
Seriously.
Apparently he had 2 inconclusive tests, and then they tested him a third time before the game, and it turned out that he did have it. So then he goes onto Twitter, and he says, tell me why they pulled me from warming up so I could get tested. My S came back positive. I tested positive for COVID. WTF. And then he goes, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it quits for the rest of the season. I can't deal with this. Then he also continued to tweet, since I tested positive for COVID before the game, do the game stop or they go on? And then he says, I'm about to drink some wine and cope. And then he just starts drinking wine and tweeting. And he said to people, hey, if you're with me tonight, post your glass of wine. And then other people are posting their glasses of wine. And he's just watching the game, drinking wine on his couch.
You know, I mean, there are worse ways he could have handled that.
Yeah, right.
He says this was more than just another game for me. It wasn't about revenge. I didn't need a catch. I just wanted to make a point. But here's the thing: there's pictures of him hugging former teammates of the Cowboys before the game and high-fiving them.
Oh, boy.
So now fans are like, how do you continue with this game when you pull this guy for having COVID and he's touching other people?
Yeah, this really is frustrating. It's very, very frustrating for people to see this happening. It's a really good question.
And NFL ended up putting out a statement, which the statement, I'm just going to read it. It just seems like a ridiculous statement. They go, standard protocol is to examine the device of the infected person for a duration of time and proximity. Other factors include whether the interaction was indoors or outdoors. It was determined that there was no high-risk close contacts.
Well, that is not in step with what we're hearing at all from any governmental agency. How does the NFL...
I guess you can hug someone, but if you're outside.
How does the NFL make that statement? Are they idiots? You cannot hug anybody without a mask on outside, ever. That is ridiculous.
I just couldn't believe that he had pulled from the game. He's drinking wine. They're letting the game go on.
Yeah, you know, this is when you know you're at the height of power. You're the NFL. You can do what you want.
Will the Ravens ever play on a Sunday now? That's what we got to figure out.
Wow.
Or a Monday. Or a Thursday.
Does anybody want to play the Ravens? I mean, at this point, that's the other question you ask.
Is this their strategy to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah. I think it's a fair thing. The only thing is thank goodness they're in the AFC. Yep. So at least we don't have to worry about it until the Super Bowl.
Yep. Well, hopefully the Seahawks won't have to play the Baltimore Super Spreaders in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's a fact.
As far as weather, we've got 48 degrees. It's going to be cloudy today. That's the Mix Report, and that's what's up.
Wow. Steve, I'm still processing that statement from the NFL. That's insane. I don't even know what to say.
I almost think it would have been better if they just didn't make a statement.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
Dominic Monaghan played Charlie in what ABC mid-2000s show?
Charlie in the Choo Choo Factory?
No.
Oh, crap. Family Ties?
No.
Middle of the Family?
No.
What? This is why a timed game is so important, because you eventually did figure it out.
Lost.
Yeah. Charlie was a very tragic character, very memorable.
Drive Shaft, baby.
Yeah.
Nice.
You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on the Rock.
Today's podcast is brought to you by bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, who's ready to answer your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, is it true that if you filed for bankruptcy once, you can't file again?
Even if you filed bankruptcy before, you can almost certainly file bankruptcy again. Different types of bankruptcies have different time limits between filings. In Chapter 7, full bankruptcy, you can only file Chapter 7 once every 8 years. However, you can almost always file a Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 cases can be filed immediately following a Chapter 7. They can be filed immediately following a prior Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 is a reorganization plan, so there will be some type of monthly payment, but it's based on your budget and your ability to afford that payment. So Chapter 13 is an option in almost all cases, even with a prior bankruptcy filing.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Your home equity. It could be an untapped opportunity instead of an untouchable asset. Introducing HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor, not a lender. They give you cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value. Use it to pay off debt, make renovations, fund a business, or just live a better life. There's no interest or monthly payments to worry about. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com.